Uganda is the leading African country with high numbers of refugees, with over 1.5 million refugees in different settlements. According to the Office of Prime Minister, by the year 2020, over 80% refugees and asylum seekers were women and children who had fled their country due to political instabilities to find hope in Uganda. It is crystal clear that whenever conflicts arises in different communities, women and children become the more vulnerable groups to the situation, and finding peace is not enough for them because other factors like food, employment, skills, communication become the second conflict within their lives. John Bolingo, a certified refugee from Democratic Republic of Congo, was inspired by the life he went through and decided to start up an organization targeting women and children who flee violence from their countries.
Myself, from a refugee from DRC. I came here 20 years back. That was 2000. I remember when I first came, I had to escape. It was around midnight. And reaching at Kisoro in the border, I had no money with me. So I had to report myself to the police. And the police welcomed me, but they had no support. Probably at night, I used to go and join the prisoners in the cell, because they told me that's how I can be safe. But during the day, I could just move, talk to people. So as I was always moving, I met a Baptist pastor who really felt sorry for me and gave me a ride back to the police. So he had to sign a statement, then he paid for me the money to come to Kampala. But I had to stay in his home almost a week because he didn't have money when he met me.
His story represents thousands of refugees in Uganda, and his suffering never ended at moving from one police station to another, but also met other fellows in the bus, which they had turned into a shelter.
So as I was traveling outside the police station, one man called me and told me, "Are you a refugee?" I said, "Yes." He told me to go 300 meters from the old Kampala police station. There was an old bus there. So other refugees had turned it into a shelter. I think there were around 70 refugees. Men, women, children, all type of.
Johnny's journey, he wouldn't want other refugees to go through the same, hence creating a multi-project program to help these people having a better life within the host communities.
So normally here we do serve refugees and nationals, and we have different programs. So first of all, we do give refugee skills. That's including like hairdressing, tailoring, mushroom growing, computer training, also how to do handcraft items. Then we also teach them language. Remember, most of them come when they can't speak English, either local languages. So it's very hard for them to integrate when they cannot communicate. So we make sure that at least they can speak. Because when they know how to speak, then they can also go in the market and start some small businesses to earn their income. Then we also have business class. After they have acquired the language, then we teach them how to do business. We've come also with the micro project program, whereby as they are learning, we teach them how to save. And now if they finish the program, they can have a small loan to start up small businesses. Then we also have a clinic whereby we can at least treat children and women mostly.
Language stands at the focal point of communication and negotiating opportunities. Hope of children and women victims of violence thought it important to conduct English classes to enable refugees to communicate with the natives, as English instructor Eva Adams explains.
I'm a special teacher for teaching beginners of English learners. So the reason I'm teaching them English is because most of them are refugees and they are from different countries, especially those who are from Sudan and Congo. They don't know English. In Sudan, we use Arabic. In Congo, we use French. So we are here to help them so that they will be able to communicate with the nationals, because the nationals are using English. And also, they will be able to get the support if they want the support by the government of this, or by this government or any other office when they will attend the office for their help.
Among the many programs at HOCW, Open Library is another useful asset where beneficiaries access books to broaden their knowledge on various things around the world.
And we have different types of books. We have for the children and for the adults, like history, biography, and I'm sure everyone, this library has become their friend because they always come here and grab books. For those who want, they read from here, and others they take them home. After reading, they return them.
Skills look to be not enough if these people just learn and go. Hence coming up with an idea of starting up a Sacco where the refugees save their profits and get loans to start and boost their business.
Hope of Children is a family, whereby we have people who come for literacy classes, and through the literacy classes we emphasize them to start up savings, whereby we teach them how a person can save and how someone can survive through saving, whereby you keep knowing each other. And when we say that if you want to get a loan, we consider the savings you have, we multiply it by 3, and we get your guarantor from the savings member, whereby a person can be motivated, can be monitoring the person who has taken loans so that we don't get defaults.
John Paul Magezi, a communications officer from the Office of the Prime Minister Refugee Department, avails the different programs that are available for the children and the women refugees to enjoy while they are staying in Uganda.
Women in the refugee context are one of the groups that are critically supported, and we try as much as possible to reach out to the women to see how we communicate and send information on some of the opportunities that are available for them to support themselves. And also education is very critical. They are supported through training, skilling, and also those who are still in school, they are also supported with the bursaries by UNHCR and other partners. For the children, we have child protection support in the various locations where children are within the settlements.
No one deserves to be forcibly displaced from his or her community. And if you haven't been through this situation, you can't imagine what it takes to start up a life in a new community. I believe that empowering these refugees should be considered more than taking them as a burden to the country's economy and resources as well. Richard Sebulime, MCIA.